Liverbird Podcast.
Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of the Lion and Liverbird Podcast. This one specifically is a Chelsea-centric episode. Chelsea, of course, have been busy in the Club World Cup, winning some, losing some, and a whole bunch of drama as usual. Since we talked, Chelsea lost to Flamengo, the Brazilian side, and in that game, Nicolas Jackson got another red card, following up his red card against Newcastle. Just at the end of the season. But thankfully, we won the next match against Tunisian side Esperanza Tunis, whose fans were amazing, by the way. And we ended up finishing second. But overall, that helped us because in the other group, Bayern lost to Benfica and they ended up second. So we avoided Bayern Munich and now we're facing Benfica. So as usual, a lot of stuff went on. So I think let's start off with the Flamengo match, Adim. Of course, it's very hot here in the US, right? Most of the stadiums here, they don't have like a full cover and air conditioning, so it was hard for players to play. And then there's a lot of banter before the match with the Flamengo Twitter handle and all of that. And and at the end of the day, we ended up losing 3-1. We took the lead through a Neto goal, but unfortunately, we conceded two bad goals. Malo Gusto got beaten for two headers at the back post, and the two very quick goals saw us trailing. Delap had started that match, and the big rivalry this season for us internally is going to be Delap versus Jackson, who was our number one. And Jackson didn't do himself any favors. He came on and within like 2 or 3 minutes got a red card. He basically, a high boot, a studs up challenge on a Flamengo player, a clear red card. There's absolutely no question about it. So again, we've said that Jackson is a good player. He showed his, ability on the ball in the previous game, but things like this doesn't seem to be going away from his game. He elbowed the Newcastle defender in a crucial match, and we lost that game, and we thought we're not going to get top four. Thankfully, we did. And in this case, again, he got a red card, but again, we got away because that loss didn't end up hurting us. We are still facing some pretty easy opposition. I don't know whether we'll win. But the question still remains, right? Does Jackson have what it takes? If he keeps making these kind of blunders, can we still afford to have him? And then Chelsea ended up losing 3-1, but that is a good segue to the next match because Jackson wasn't there. The only person to lead the line was Liam Delap, our new £30 million signing. And he had a great game against Esperanza Tunis, the Tunisian side. We won that game 3-0, I think, with goals from Tosin. And Delap had a wonderful game. He was connecting well. He's got a good first touch. He was keeping hold of the ball. He was very dangerous. And the goal he scored was wonderful. Enzo Fernandez, who's good at finding, these interesting balls, these kind of killer balls, he played him in. He used his strength to shrug off a defender. Then he used his skill to cut inside another one and a quick finish to the right of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper was pretty bad, just to be honest, but still, it was a good illustration of all the things Delap is good at. He is modern as well as, old school center forward in one. He has the strength, but he also has the technical capability. Tyreek George also scored. He's a youngster. He's one of the youngsters that, we are really rooting for to succeed. He scored a goal, so that was great. And like I said, now we are into the quarterfinals. Instead of Bayern Munich, we are facing Benfica, which I don't know. Benfica did defeat Bayern. I don't know what that means. But we're definitely glad to be, not meeting Bayern because Bayern would have defeated us for sure. Benfica, we don't know. The good thing about the Club World Cup, Adim, is there's a lot of money at stake. I think we've already earned like 30 million.
So you've recouped the Liam Delap transfer fee, basically.
Yep. And if we win the round of 16, there's another 7.5 million. The quarterfinal is going to be against either Palmeiras or Botafogo, the Brazilian clubs. It's not going to be easy, but it's a winnable game, right? Palmeiras obviously has Chelsea starlet Estevão Willian in there. That'll be an interesting matchup to see him play against his parent club if that happens. But these are winnable matches. I'm not going to say Chelsea is going to win, but winnable. And then if we win that, that's another 13 million. So 20 million there. And then if we get to the semifinals, it's another 20 million. So that's like 40 million if we win the next two
Potentially.
matches,
Yeah.
right? So that'll, help us not sell the car park or not sell the toilets or not sell the concession stand in the stadium, whatever they were trying to sell off next. But I think the main thing right now is, of course, these matches have been fun, but it's going to be very hot. The
Hmm.
next match against Benfica is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's 35 degrees centigrade there. So we don't know whether cold Palmer is going to be able to perform in the heat. We'll find
He'll
out.
melt, man. He'll melt. Poor
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, it's going to be fun. And of course, the transfer saga keeps rolling on, Adeem. We're still after Gittins. Everybody keeps saying we are close, close, close. I don't know how close we are and how long this is going to take a drag on. But I think winning the next two matches is going to help our transfer budget. So maybe good times for Chelsea, especially given Delap's form.
Yeah, so I think potentially regarding the Gittins thing, I think you guys are holding off on the deal and waiting for July 1st because I read somewhere that waiting till July means it'll be counted in the next year's books or something like that. So that might help. Again, it's a finance
Good
thing.
point.
Yeah. So potentially also why Nicolas Jackson went crazy is because he's Colombian, isn't he? No, he's
No, no, no. Nicolas Jackson is Senegalese.
oh, Senegalese. Okay, so I got
Yeah,
confused. I
yeah.
thought he got the red mist because he thought it's a South American
No.
game and he lost it. No, the
His
Senegalese.
red mist just counts. It was not even a red mist.
I know. I
See,
saw that
that's
tackle. It made no sense. I don't know why he did that.
exactly. It's not even, if it was red mist, maybe you go to counseling and you get it fixed. But it's not even that. It's just like dumb, right?
I just didn't understand why he did that. But yeah. So speaking of this, because of what Jackson is doing and now how Liam Delap has settled in so quickly and so well, do you think that he starts the season as the number one for Chelsea?
There's
Because
no doubt about it.
uh,
There's no doubt because uh, Liam Delap is just a much more well-rounded number nine. I can see Jackson starting on the left. He
mm,
would actually be great on the left, especially if the only person we get in is Gittins. Gittins is still 20 years old in experience. I think Jackson would be good on the left, but number nine, undisputed, I think from this point onward, is Delap, especially if he performs well in the next couple of matches, which Jackson can't play anyways because he's out with a red card till the semifinals.
cool. So Liam Delap's basically already stamped his authority on the team, and I think he's going to be a pretty decent signing for Chelsea. I think we all had our doubts about it, but he showed his quality at Ipswich, and he's doing pretty well at Chelsea. So interesting to see how things go on. And then yeah, I think the temperature is the next thing we need to talk about because people keep saying like there's a heat wave in the UK with 26 degrees and 34, 35 degrees centigrade in the US is called a heat wave. That's normal for us in India, man. Come on, guys. Buckle up. It's gonna get a lot worse in the coming years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if these guys get paid millions, they should be able to play. But I think the fact is, it is
Mm.
quite remarkably different from the weather in
Yeah, yeah,
England
yeah.
and Europe, right? So I think, and also this comes at the end of a grueling season, right? The
Mm.
season just
True.
hasn't stopped for these guys. So all I hope and wish for is nobody gets a bad injury, right? And then they are taking those cooling breaks and everything, so it should be fine.
Yeah, because I don't think we've ever had any international tournament in June, right? I mean, it's kind of bizarre. You normally
Yeah.
no, we do
I
have the
mean,
World Cup and all. Yeah,
the
yeah,
World Cup, yeah. It
yeah, we do,
happens,
we do.
yeah.
But it's kind of bizarre how this has happened. And I don't think the Club World Cup is a yearly thing, right? I think it's every 4 years or something. I hope, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
So
Yeah, four
it's a
years.
small price to pay. It's a very good price. It's very good prize money though. If you guys
Yeah,
win it, right? That's sorted. Your finances
yeah.
for the year is sorted. So
I think even semifinals is like good, like 80 million overall
holy
earnings. It's not bad.
cow,
Yeah,
we should have been there. No
overall.
wonder FSG want us to win the
Yeah. I
Champions
was, I
League and
was, I
Nickel.
was thinking about it. Why the hell isn't Liverpool in there? What's the qualification criteria? Ideally,
I
Liverpool and
it
Man
makes
City
no
should be in
sense. I
this.
don't know how the American teams are there just because you said that Messi is there. That's why
Yeah,
Inter
yeah, yeah,
Miami
yeah,
went
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
So it's crazy. So I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
our
yeah.
Chelsea themed episode. Rohit, take it away. Finish it off.
Yeah, I think couple of good questions, right, for our listeners and viewers. Let us know what do you think about Jackson. Does he have a future at Chelsea? Do you think he can sort out his mentality, or should we just sell him and cash out, right? And if anybody's going to watch the game in Charlotte, let us know how hot it is in there because I saw the picture of the stadium. It has absolutely no cover at all. And then finally, is everybody excited about Delap? I think he's going to be a pretty big addition to our team this year. So let us know what you think about this. And as usual, like, comment, subscribe, press the bell icon, and see you again soon next week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.